Look at this chart. You can see African Americans represent 41% of COVID-19 deaths. The next closest race, Caucasian at 28%. We want to bring in Dr. Frank McGeorge. And Frank, I've said this all along, that's a significant difference.
Yeah, it sure is. And it's a trend being seen around the country as many states and regions are breaking down the numbers by race. No doubt the COVID-19 pandemic has affected African Americans very differently than other races, and the reasons need to be investigated. Whether you're talking about Michigan, where 33% of cases but 40% of deaths have occurred in African Americans, or Illinois, where 29% of cases but 42% of deaths were in blacks, COVID-19 is causing a higher rate of deaths in African Americans. In Louisiana, 70% of people killed by COVID-19 are black, even though they only represent 32% of the state's population. Now, the reason for this needs more analysis, but we do know, overall, African Americans are more likely to suffer from high blood pressure and diabetes. Both are risk factors that have been identified in other countries for developing more severe disease in COVID-19. Now, many speculate that the COVID-19 pandemic is helping to uncover health disparities that have long existed in America. Another avenue being investigated is whether there could be genetic and physiologic factors that could make certain races more susceptible to SARS-CoV-2. Everything from different numbers and types of certain receptors to the way different races might respond to the massive inflammation induced as COVID-19 worsens are being looked at. Now, I realize it's really tempting to simply jump to the conclusion that the mortality differences that we're seeing in African Americans is simply due to healthcare disparities. But it is just as important to sort out any other potential contributing causes so we can figure out if there may be a more specific way to correct the problem. There's little doubt that underlying illness plays an important role here, but there may be much more beneath the surface. Back to you.
Yeah, okay. Frank, thanks.